Welcome to the Original Gangsters Patreon members only. This is going to be the second entry in my mob travel blog. I'm going across country for the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to be stopping in a bunch of different cities, and I'm going to give a little mob history, maybe little unknown tidbits that could be quite compelling. And I'm eager to share them with you guys. We did our first one out of Indianapolis because that's where we stopped first. Now we are in Dallas, and my first time in Texas, not being in an airport. So I wanted to just tell the story of Benny Binion, Benny the Cowboy. A lot of people hear that name and they immediately think of the Las Vegas hotel and casino baron, and that was one part of Benny Binion's life. Went to Las Vegas from Texas, where he had been quite a prolific gangster and racketeer from El Paso all the way to the Dallas-Fort Worth area back in the 30s and 40s, 50s. And then came to Las Vegas, and I think this is a great example of how Las Vegas can wash away a lot of sins. I mean, I think they said that in the movie Casino. Like, you could be something in another part of the country, and when you get to Las Vegas, you can reinvent yourself, and that's what Benny Binion did. He founded the Horseshoe Casino. He was the for lack of a better term, he was the godfather of the World Series of Poker. He invented the World Series of Poker, so he's got quite a legacy in the legitimate gambling world. But I guess if you don't know Dallas, or I should say, if you don't know Texas crime history, you might not know what a badass this guy was in his younger years when he was just. He obviously wasn't Italian, but he ran a organized crime group for 20, 30 years, and he killed at least 5 people in Texas. I'm going to run them down for you. And then when he first got to Las Vegas, allegedly killed an FBI agent, and the foundation for his legitimate empire was built upon allegedly the grave of an FBI agent who he got into a land dispute with. So the first murder that he came a suspect in was back in 1931. He had a feud. I believe this was in El Paso, but I could be wrong. Had a feud with a African-American policy boss named Frank Boldin, and Frank Boldin was killed in 1931. Binion was the top suspect. In 1936, a guy named Benny Friedan, who was another racketeer, was killed. Binion was the top suspect. 1938, Sam Murray. I believe Sam Murray was a member of his organization that he got into a dispute with. Sam Murray was killed in 1938. Binion was the top suspect. Then we go into the 40s. In 1944, he started to move, I think, into the Fort Worth area a little bit more. And in 44, he killed a local Fort Worth gangster named Lou Tyndale. And then 1951 might have been his most infamous Texas, or the most infamous Texas homicide that he was tied to, was another racketeer that he was in kind of a war with for territory, Herbie the Cat Noble. And then in 1972, when he gets to Vegas and he wants to build and eventually expand the Horseshoe Casino, he gets into a beef with a FBI agent that owned property, and the FBI agent ends up getting blown up in a car bomb. He's never charged with any of these offenses. In one of the cases, I think it was either the Boldin or the Friedan one, he pled guilty to murder and got the sentence. Got a time served, I'll plead guilty and then I won't do any jail time for a murder. So guy was really connected, obviously, before he hit Vegas, and then when he hit Vegas, became the pioneer, or one of the you could put him on one of the, if you were making a Mount Rushmore of Las Vegas businessmen, guys that built that city to what it is. You could put Benny Binion on there. The World Series of Poker is a huge, huge deal. It's on television. There's a lot of celebrities that go play there. If you win the World Series of Poker, you're a legend in the legal gambling space. So I just think it's interesting that Texas produced Benny Binion, and then Las Vegas kind of claimed him as their own. And Benny Binion is known for his time in Las Vegas and all the other than the FBI agents car bombing, all the great things he did in Las Vegas, but people don't really know about his dark history in Texas. If we want to talk about LCN for 10 seconds, the Civillo crime family out of Dallas existed for 40, 50 years. It's been dead and gone now for 40 years, probably at least. That tied into the whole John F. Kennedy, Lee Harvey Oswald, Jack Ruby stuff. But and I think the Egyptian, which is Campisi's the Egyptian, which is a restaurant, Italian restaurant, I think in Dallas. I'm pretty sure it's still there, but there's no mob activity there. But that was that was ground zero for the Mafia in Dallas for lots of years. So if you're in the Dallas area and you want to see a piece of mob history, check out the Egyptian. I think it's called Campisi's Egyptian, and it's an Italian restaurant. So I'll be in New Mexico next, and I'll be checking in and telling a cool story from LCN history that dovetails with La Cosa Nostra and the book that I wrote back in the 2010s called Family Affair. Shameless plug, go check it out. Get it on Amazon. So I hope you guys enjoy this. We'll be doing this for the next couple of weeks, telling kind of mob history wherever I go, just for you guys on the Patreon. And I really appreciate everybody's patronage. And I'm going to try to be more interactive and personally engaging, because that's what you guys are paying for. And I really do appreciate it, giving you guys more content. And I'm going to have I've been teasing it out, more interviews that are not LCN. We got a serial killer expert that's going to be coming on talking about the Idaho murders. Now we're going to record that hopefully in the next couple of days with the Idaho college murders. And then we're going to have a couple, hopefully, we know we've locked down at least one, but maybe two LCN guys that have never really told their story before, and come from big families that are going to come and do exclusive content with us on Original Gangsters members only Patreon. At some point, we're going to try to start it before the end of the 2024 year, but at the very latest, early 2025. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Everything Original Gangsters. I'm Scott Burnstein, OG members only. I'm out.